In this video, we'll see about noise. Normally, we are going to, for the communication system, we are going to pronounce it as a white noise, or we are dealing with the white noise. So, noise is unwanted disturbances in the in your desired signal. So, noise, you have to model the noise. So, noise is modeled as zero mean, wide and stationary, Gaussian random process. So noise which is occurring in the communication system is modeled as zero mean, wide and stationary, Gaussian random process, which is also named as white noise. Now, you know everything about wide and stationary random process, which is there in the previous videos. So this random process has the PDF, or this noise has the PDF like Gaussian PDF, so it is called Gaussian random process or Gaussian noise. This is again, it is most of the time it can be called as, it is called as Gaussian noise also. So what are the examples of this type of noise which is pronounced as white noise? The examples are short noise and thermal noise. You know that short noise occurs in the amplifying devices or the semiconductor devices. It is the result of discrete movement of the electrons or random generation of electron hole pairs, which causes the short noise. Now short noise, it has the PSD, that is power spectral density, constant up to 10 raised to 8 hertz. Then thermal noise, if temperature increases, there is random movement of the charge carriers. This randomness will generate some voltage across that resistive device or resistor, we can say that. So that noise is called thermal noise. This noise has also the PSD constant, which is up to 10 raised to 13 hertz. Now these two types of noise mainly occurs in the communication system, or these are called internal noises. So these two noises are again renamed as white noise. So short noise and thermal noise are nothing but the white noise. So this white noise, we have to do the analysis of this white noise. So for that, this white noise is modeled as wide sense stationary random process, and its PDF is like Gaussian PDF, Gaussian distribution. So till now you have got the connect. I think you have got the connection between white noise and short noise and thermal noise. So in communication system, we are dealing with the or we are modeling the noise, which is renamed as white noise, and its examples are short noise and thermal noise. So let us see why this noise is renamed as white noise, or why it is called white noise. Because you know that the name white is taken from the name of white light. White light contains all the visible spectral components. Similarly, white noise is present there in all practical frequencies. Here also you can say that short noise is constant up to 10 raised to 8 hertz. Then thermal noise is constant up to 10 raised to 13 hertz. This covers all practical frequencies. So the noise contributes to all these frequencies. That's why these are named as white noise, because they contribute to all practical frequencies, or they interfere with all practical frequencies. Next, let us see what is the PSD, that is power spectral density of white noise. Power spectral density of white noise is flat. This is S and SWF. W for the white noise, S is for the PSD, F is frequency on x-axis. So this is flat. N naught by 2. N naught is constant. So let us see how. So whenever PSD comes, you know that अगर PSD आता है तो आपको क्या निकालना पड़ेगा? आपको निकालना है पावर. So पावर निकालने के लिए, if you have this plot, then if you take the integration over a whole range of this plot, you will get your power. So let us find the power. So total power of white noise is integration of SWF df. So let us divide this frequency in this range. So this is minus infinity to 0 minus. This is one range. 0 minus to 0 plus is another range. 0 plus to infinity is another range. So similarly here the integration is divided into three sub integrations, which includes the range minus infinity to infinity. So 0 minus to 0 plus means 0 frequency. So that is called DC power. Minus infinity to 0 minus is AC power. 0 plus infinity is AC power. So we have already discussed that if there is a impulse at a 0, then only there will be you will get that area as finite. Otherwise you will get the area equal to 0, because the duration is very small. So there should be impulse present, then only area you will get finite area. But here there is no impulse present. Here there is no impulse present. That's why DC power for white noise is equal to 0. Now let us see for the AC power, this part and this part. Now this is a even function, so instead of this and this, we can write it as 2 into 2 into 0 plus to infinity SWF df, because this is a even function. Now you can observe that this area is infinite. This area is infinite. That's why AC power is also infinite. As this area is infinite, AC power is infinite. So white noise AC power is equal to infinite and DC power equal to 0. Let us find the autocorrelation function for the white noise. So whenever PSD is there, you have to go for the autocorrelation, or there is a link between autocorrelation and PSD. What is that link? That if you take the autocorrelation and the PSD form the Fourier transform pair. That means if you take the Fourier transform of autocorrelation, you will get the PSD. So in signals and systems, we have seen that delta t, that is impulse function, has the Fourier transform 1. If you multiply n naught by 2 here, you will get here n naught by 2. We have just now seen that PSD of white noise is n naught by 2. Now this is PSD and this is autocorrelation, because autocorrelation and PSD forms the Fourier transform pair. That means if this is the PSD, then autocorrelation is n naught by 2 delta t. So this is your autocorrelation function, n naught by 2 delta t. So the same is plotted here. For white noise, autocorrelation is n naught. This is tau. This is minus tau. N naught by 2 delta tau. That means autocorrelation function of white noise contains the impulse function at origin with area n naught by 2. Now let us see some properties of the white noise. Any two samples of white noise are orthogonal, statistically independent as well as uncorrelated. This is very important that two samples of white noise are orthogonal, statistically independent as well as uncorrelated. Now let us prove this. So first you keep this in mind, that if two samples of any process are orthogonal, that means their correlation the correlation between these two samples, which is named as autocorrelation, equal to 0. So let us take two samples of white noise. At two samples of white noise means, if this is the white noise process, and if you take the sample at t and t plus ts. So the samples are wt and w of t plus ts. Let us find the autocorrelation at rww t comma t plus ts. Now, so how it is written? W is here, W is here. So now we know that it is a wide sense stationary random process. White noise is a wide sense stationary random process. So autocorrelation depends on the difference between t plus ts and t. So the difference is ts. So it becomes rww ts. But if you see the graph of autocorrelation at ts, autocorrelation value equal to 0. Autocorrelation has own value at 0 only. So so at any tau value rather than 0, you will get rww or autocorrelation equal to 0. That means any two samples in white noise are orthogonal. If autocorrelation is 0, they are orthogonal, because there is some value at there is value at 0 only, and difference between two samples will never be 0. Then that will be only one sample, but the autocorrelation is between samples, and if autocorrelation is between samples, then there will be some difference, and if some difference is there, we can observe that there is no value of rw w tau or rw tau. That's why they are orthogonal. If now, how they are uncorrelated, for that you have to find covariance. Now covariance formula is CWW. You can write W or WW. See, why I have written WW, because I am considering that is the pattern we are following to write the CW covariance, that is WT W2. So W and W, and T here, and T plus TS. So CWT comma T plus TS, this is a white noise process. It depends on correlation RWWTS minus mean of this and mean of this. So mean is a constant for the stationary random process. So let constant in comparison with the T. So let the mean of WT is UW, sorry, mu w, and mean of this is also constant, which is mu w, because it is not depending on the time. So for all the random variables, or the random process observed at different time instances, it is equal to constant or same. So we are writing it as mu w into mu w. There is the formula for the covariance. Covariance is equal to correlation minus mean of one sample into mean of another sample. But for stationary random processes, mean is constant. Now in our case, we are modeling noise as zero mean random process. That's why mean is equal to not only it's constant, but it is 0. So this part is equal to 0. So what you are getting, that you are getting CWWT comma TS is equal to RWWTS. That means you already know that covariance is also dependent on TS. Here also we have proved that for the stationary random process, covariance is dependent on the difference instead of T and T plus TS. But RWWTS is equal to 0, as we have already seen. So CWWTS is also equal to 0. That means covariance is equal to 0. If covariance is equal to 0, then two samples are uncorrelated, and if they are uncorrelated, they are independent. So these are the properties of what? White noise.